Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 10870 Southwest Butner Road here in Portland. We're located inside the home. Underneath these stairs down in the basement, we have a 3-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access. This is also a backflow valve here that could be used. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. Here at 8 feet, it transitions over to 4-inch cast iron pipe. Transitions here at 42 feet over to 4-inch concrete pipe. Here at 88 feet, we do have a root intrusion. We'll get this located on the way out for repair. And here at 91 feet out, we have reached the terminus of the line. I'm going to do locates to verify where this is at, and then we'll let the line drain out here for a few minutes before pulling back. Yeah, I attempted to locate the camera head. I'm having a little trouble picking up the signal. I think the line may be heading to the rear of the property though, so we'll have to, I'm going to pull back here a little bit further and see if I can pick up the camera anywhere else. I'm hoping we can because our root intrusion is right out by this spot here. But with that Y connection, if we're not able to determine where the line actually terminates out because of where it's located, definitely need to contact the city and pull records to make sure that that is a conforming connection there. That's not something like a party line. That would be my main concern there. So I will try and locate this spot here at 88 feet where the roots are at. There's a good chance I'm not going to be able to get on top of this spot here. If I do find it, I'll mark it with a white X. So I'll mention the depth and location here in a bit. But with a line like this, where the line's still draining through this area, okay, I would recommend doing a trenchless repair, doing a liner on it, so you don't have to, for one, hunt it down and dig it up. You can just line it and don't have to worry about digging. All right, I do believe I've found the camera head here. Looks like the line is headed to the rear right corner of the property. I'm picking up a very strong signal right here. The issue is it is directly smack dab beneath a whole bunch of power lines running through the backyard. And power lines can throw off locators very significantly. And the issue is I'm getting a depth there at about 9 foot 8 inches to 10 feet deep. It's bouncing around a little bit, but it's down there a ways. It's right around 10 feet, which is also conveniently is roughly the height of the power line. So I've had enough circumstances in my past where I've been able to, I've actually picked up power lines just as strongly as the camera signal. So I'm going to pull the camera back here, go about 8 feet, and then I'm going to do a set of locates. Oh, actually, we may have another root intrusion here. Yeah, these are definitely roots coming through here. So anyway, we'll have to locate here anyway. So we now have a root intrusion at 82 feet and 88 feet. So I'm going to go locate here to see if I can see that signal move across the ground about 6 feet. Then I'll know that we're on top of in the right area. Alrighty, the signal did move about 6 feet away from when we located at 88 feet, so it does appear that we are on top of the camera. It still makes me a little nervous with the power lines overhead. Even if my camera's not picking up on those, they can still interfere with things. So I'm picking up a quite clear signal down. I'm getting 10 feet deep out there. I would just double check, contact the city or have locates done just to double check that depth. Because at 10 feet deep, I think you're better off to do a pipe liner rather than try and dig that up. That's a big hole to dig. And it's right up against, at 88 feet where the furthest out root intrusion is, that's about 1.5 to 2 feet from the rear fence line. So most of this area is right up, it's in the backyard, within about 10 feet of the fence line here in total, both those root intrusions. And I do recommend repairs to correct those. They're currently not affecting the flow, but the way roots are, you just give them time to grow and they will end up blocking your line. Given the fact that this is a home with a basement, the line's coming out, probably 5-6 feet deep already. The depth of 10 feet out there does make sense. Power lines can just... I've done enough of these at this point that I know the power lines can affect the locator. And both those roots are marked in the backyard. Both have big white X's. And the other part of the line we need to check here now that it's totally drained out is going to be the cast iron pipe. Now the reason I wanted to look at this pipe closely on the way back in here, there's just a fair amount, or at least there looked like there was quite a bit of rust buildup. Like there was a ledge here in the pipe, and anyway, now that it's all drained out, though, this is not looking like I thought it was going to. It's looking quite good, in fact. So, you know, we were running into a couple large wads of debris like that. That's no big deal. That'll move on its way. Now, I'm going to go ahead and reel the camera out of the line here. Despite the roots, we still have good flow all the way out. I mean, we do have some human waste sitting in the flow line that's affecting the flow, but the line itself has proper flow to the main lateral and is functioning properly at this time. However, those root intrusions are going to affect the flow at some point here soon, so I would highly recommend getting those root intrusions dealt with. Again, those are marked in the backyard with white X's. They are at 10 feet deep. The line heads over towards the rear right corner of the property. Aside from the root intrusions, the rest of the line is in good condition and functioning properly at this time. I would also contact the city just to double check and make sure we have a conforming line. It looks like there's probably just an easement back there, but whenever the lines are heading to the rear like that and hit a Y connection, you always want to double check to make sure it's not a party line. And then get a rescope done after the repair work to ensure that the repair was done correctly.